Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to talk about honoring your energetic needs. I'm saying this because I'm very tired today. And so it's very present in my life what we're doing right now. Because this is what I'm doing today to do things. Right, so what happens when we're tired? We have a tired day. We had a long week. But we still have responsibilities. What do? We pack our bodies with caffeine, right? The quickest way for us to get focused, right? No. This is going to be a very controversial topic today. Because we're talking about things like that are so normalized in our culture that are actually, once again, distancing yourself from the connection to self and the understanding of self and the intentional use of mindfulness with self and actions that correlate with self. So, why is it bad to do that? If you're tired and you pump yourself with caffeine, why is that bad? Because you're not honoring your energetic need. You're not honoring what your body needs right now. If you're feeling kind of like low, bummed out, tired, the answer is not to suppress the root of why all of those things are happening and to cover it with caffeine so we can just keep on moving. What you actually need is a reward system in place. So when you feel too tired to do things, it's the lack of that dopamine and dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, like that's not really happening right now. We're not getting like these high spikes. We're just like in this gray, mellow zone. Caffeine is not the answer because it does not naturally motivate you. It pushes you. It's you're telling your body you're not good enough, and I need to add something to you to make you perform. I don't know about you guys, but like that just sounds horrible. Like that just sounds like you're already telling yourself you're not good enough. You're not good enough. You're not enough right now. You need to be more. You need to be more awake, more on it. But can't you get through your day tired? You can. You can. You can still accomplish tasks and just be lethargic. It's allowed. And then you're avoiding the perpetual crash as well as you can build natural motivation that'll be more self-sustainable and carry you through the day. You actually realize you'll get more stuff done that way too. Example, every time you will create a list and cross things off of that list, like you accomplish things on that list, you release dopamine, natural dopamine into your body, into your brain. So, but Lex, how do I begin the task? Like, I have no energy. But you do. You're out of bed. You're fine. Like, let's really talk about what is an emergency, right? We talked about urgency culture the other day. Like, can you physically not open your eyes and get out of bed? Because if you can't, that's like a medical issue and you should probably call your doctor. But if you can get up and move and operate, you're fine. It's a matter of getting this puppy on board. And getting those thoughts that pop up from being tired and lethargic. It's about giving those thoughts a chance to say what they have to say, but then you need to transmute and shift them. Because what happens when we're tired? What do our thoughts say? They say, I don't wanna. Oh, just another thing to do. Like, we all of a sudden make all of the blessings in our lives into something we have to trudge through. And then that is sending out an energetic vibrational frequency of ungrateful, not appreciative, and that you're struggling through. You don't want to do that, because that's going to then start, one day of that can already start attracting things into your life that will enhance that feeling. of hard and everything is difficult, So we gotta watch our minds when we're tired. It's not about the quick fix of caffeine, because once again, now we're relying on an external attachment when all we really need is ourselves, is that self-knowledge on how to self-activate. So when you stack on chores like that, you literally write a physical list, even if the list is like eat breakfast, drive to work, go to grocery store, like whatever, like even if it's not something you consider a checkable off task, put it down there. If it's something you have to do that day, go to the bathroom, put it on there. Who cares? Because every time you complete a task and you cross that off and your eyeballs see you crossing it off, you're releasing natural dopamine. You're releasing the natural reward chemical. So, longer, more sustainable energy will actually come from knocking down at the first. Every time you get one off the list, you're going to watch your energy levels rise. Also, this is going to help keep your mind in a positive place of accomplishment as well, because you're like, wow, even though I'm tired, I'm accomplishing. This is amazing. I'm doing so well. See, now the thoughts are echoing and we're creating a positive space for ourselves. Like I said, tired, but that's okay. We're doing things. Natural, longer, self-sustaining, when you release the chemicals like this in this way. Right. Also, strengthening that self-reliance, like you got this taken care of, you got this handled. This is what I wanted to bring up. So, how to begin doing these tasks when your brain is fighting you not to do them. This is my trick. Ready? I ask myself, what is it that you'd rather do right now that would placate this tired feeling? What is it that you really want to be doing right now? And today it showed me a cup of tea, a book, and watching one of my familiar movie favorites, because it's actually a technique. I found out this recently. I've been doing this my entire life. Didn't even know. It found out recently that watching familiar movies repetitively, consistently, actually helps regulate your nervous system, because it's comfort, it's familiar, it's your happy place. So those are the tools that my brain showed me. However, it's 8:30 a.m. and I have an entire list of things to do. Right. So that's not actually an option for me right now. But I allowed my brain and my body to go to that visualization in my mind and let myself sit there for a second in my mind's eye and use my previous mindfulness techniques, because you store up, you store up your old mindfulness. You could store it up for now, meaning I'm not actually drinking the tea and watching the movie, but I'm going through a mindful practice in my mind, in my third eye, as if I am watching the movie, cuddled up in a blanket and reading that, or drinking the tea or reading my book. And I sit there for a little bit and I start to feel my body relax, my brain return to calm. My brain now, instead of fighting me, it begins to start to trust me. And it's okay, all right, it's not like she won't give me these things. She will. But now that we're in this calm, anxious-free state, I'm going to tell my mind now, back after we feel the calm and the peace, I then tell it, just let's get this one thing done. So I allow myself to believe that that's the truth, when in reality it's not. We're not watching movies and stuff till after the whole list is done. But that's not the point. We're working with our own selves here, with our own brains. So I say, let's just get the one thing done. So, and now I feel motivated, because the whole time I'm doing the thing, I'm in here watching a movie, drinking a cup of tea. I'll even start to play the movie in my mind and I'm doing the thing. Now, once I accomplish task number 1, I am now 75% more motivated for task number 2. Brain still going, we don't really want to, but because I'm now feeling my mind shift into this new realm, the realm that I needed it to be in, I don't stop there. We keep going. We finish that second task. And by the second task being finished, now we just feel the tiredness like here, but in our minds, we are not parasitic. We are feeling accomplished. We are feeling positive. We actually feel motivated to finish the list, even though we're feeling lethargic and tired, because now we're addicted to the natural dopamine reward chemical release. So now it doesn't matter if you're tired or not. You are still going to be on the roll of accomplishing the tasks on your list because you're working with your own mind in like a reward system. And that's it. You have to figure out how to, it's not manipulating your mind, it's working with the power of your mind. And we cannot let our minds just run amok based off of how our body feels. Our minds needs to still be okay. This is something I personally kind of still am a challenge for me, because when I get really tired, everything feels super hard. It's just true. And that's when I let my mind go. And that's when the one time you shouldn't, you gotta watch it. So yes, I'm a big fan of taking naps when I need, but I don't think that's what it is. It's just a lot. It's Thursday. It's the end of encroaching to the end of the week. I've been prepping a lot. I've had a lot of clients this week. Like it doesn't matter. You're just feeling a little drained. So it's just natural. So I don't feel like I need a nap or anything. I just need to continuously stack on these natural chemical releases, and I don't feel okay. Also, making sure you're eating high protein throughout the day as well. Like that, and you want to keep, when you're tired, the best thing you could do is keep your mind active on the list of the goals and accomplishing them. Obviously, if you're so tired to the point where you're like in tears and like having anxiety, paranoia, like meltdowns, like that's when you don't do anything. Now you're too far gone. That is the day you sleep. And I've been there too. I do now see the difference. That day is like, no, you have to honor your energetic needs like right now. Today, I'm just going to call it an earlier day, maybe around like 4 or 3 instead of 5. I'll kind of kick it for the day, take advantage of that. But if I am like emotionally tired, like I can't even hold it back. It's not just like a little annoying voice in my mind trying to be like, fuck this. Like it's different. It's like everything is hard. Life is falling apart. Like when we're at catastrophe mode of lethargic, you abandon everything else and you only take care of your body in that mode. This mode is doable. You can work with this. This is like, this mode is what you would drink, what typically people would drink caffeine for. And yes, I'm sure I'd feel like, but by 3 o'clock I'd need a nap and I'd be more of a bitch later. See, like if I can keep this level of gray, not black or white, if I can just kind of maintain this middle ground, then for the whole day, I can still be me with kindness, compassion, and empathy, but also just not as outgoing as usual. And that's fine. That's fine. Like I got lost looking at a horse magazine in the supermarket today, and I was like, oh, it's my turn. Like, right, that's fine. Society tells you it's not fine, it's effing fine. So just be a little bit less outgoing today. That's fine. And if you have people in your life that are expecting you to be the same person every single day and entertain them with your extroversion and your outgoing personality, then get rid of those people, homie. It's not, do they pay you for that? If they're paying you hundreds of dollars to be a hype man, then like, sure, do it. Like that sounds like a great passive income. But as a normal person, Like, no, there are no expectations. I'm not here to perform for you. I'm not a jester. Well, I am. That's a different story. I think we talked about that a couple episodes ago. But no, I'm not a court jester. I'm not here for your entertainment. So if I need to be a little bit more lethargic today and a little quieter, then that's fine. What we don't want is to pump ourselves with the caffeine, then have a crash at noon, snap at somebody, I need my coffee, and now you have to drink another one because that's the goal. This is the goal. Consistency is the goal. Because I know it seems harmless, but it's not. This is not okay. And that's why, even though I have no problem with marijuana, I have no problem with it. Because I personally, when used with intention, it has relieved anxiety symptoms. It does help with sleep. It helps with nightmares. It helps with appetite. Because when you have anxiety disorder, a lot of times, you might feel fine up here, but your body's reacting and it's hard for you to eat. And then if you don't eat, your mentality starts to spiral. And before you know it, your severe depression disorder or your major depressive disorder is raring to go. So you want to avoid that tumble down the rabbit hole. So that's why I believe when marijuana is used with intention, it can be a great healing tool. So, but smoking all day long just to get high, it actually stop it. So we have cannabinoid receptors in our cells. And when you overly smoke, and what happens is when you smoke intentionally, the cannabinoids attach to the receptors and activate the healing properties needed for the cell. When you over smoke just for that purpose of getting high from the morning till night, the receptors close off because now you're tricking your body into believing that you naturally create cannabinoids. So it's like we don't need the receptor anymore. It's already here. But then it's not working correctly. And that a lot of people, if they're not using it in medically intentionally, they're going to be like, oh, I'm just not getting high anymore. I need a tea break. Yeah, right. Exactly. It's not about, you're not getting the medical benefits from it anymore. Of course, it's still fun to smoke and go on a hike with friends. I'm not saying I don't do things like that. I'm not demonizing weed. I'm just saying everything with intention. Everything with intention. Because weed is also like caffeine. If you start your day with weed, you're also going to be like this all day long. And you're going to have to seek more of said substance to come back up here. And personally, I'm just not a fan of chasing external shit anymore. What is that? That gives us this energy of I am in need. I need things that aren't what I can produce. I need it. But you don't need it. You don't need it. You can use tools. Tools are necessary. If you have a tool bag, right? I don't know. I got markers right here. So just pretend that's a tool bag. And then you got your screwdriver, your hammer, your Phillips head, your flathead. You're not going to need every single tool for every project and all day long. So as great as it is to have tools, because eventually you will need that tool for something, you don't need to be Phillips screwdrivering everything. So yes, tools are good to have. And yes, they can become something that is needed. But could you not also screw in a screw with a flat edge like this or a coin? Right. There are multitudes of tools for what you're looking for. And that's why I don't want you to think that's all caffeine. No, caffeine's not the only tool. There are other tools that are healthier and more beneficial to your body. So, then you may need to use that tool, but you're not hunting for that tool because outside of yourself. You're not like, I need to go get this caffeine right now and like I'm tunnel visioned until I have this cup of coffee. It's not really cute and funny anymore. Like, I don't know. I feel like, especially with like the economy that we're in right now and things like that, and like we think it's funny to be like, yeah, I need to get that quad shot, blah blah blah. Like, you don't need that. And this is also what's playing into us feeling like there is a huge loss and we are going down because we don't know what is actually a priority for tools anymore. We just carry around the tool belt for everything. Like, and then we're like, how dare you? Like, I needed that caffeine. Like, and now everything costs too much and I can't get that caffeine. And now life is this. And like, I wrote this the other day because I was like, because who really likes the taste of coffee? We will all. I used to be a coffee drinker. I was a barista for a very long time. Like, trust me, I'm not like different. I was there drinking triple shot espressos at 4:15 a.m. before I opened up. So like, I get it. But do we actually like the taste of coffee? Or have we just become accustomed to the fact that when we taste that coffee, it initiates something in our brain, like the placebo effect? Because like, I believe we all as a society like the taste of coffee the same way I used to like the taste of a cigarette, right? No cigarette tastes good, but when I smell it on others, or or remember, or like when I used to take a first drag after not having a pack for a while, ooh, that was the best taste in the world. Is it? Or is like a mango the best taste in the world? Or like a blueberry? Or like a piece of cake, right? So I believe we're tricking ourselves because we're already addicted. We're already addicted. So I need the taste of coffee. And then now you're addicted, and now but you're realizing you need to cut back on caffeine, but now you're like, I can't cut back on caffeine unless I get decaf coffee because I need that taste. You're addicted now to a taste? We can't be doing that to ourselves. These external attachments are dragging us down and taking away our personal power. Like, you think it's little, like, oh, well, it's just a cup of coffee. Right, it's just that one, then the one at lunch, then the one later, and then also, what are some other things that you've tricked yourself into believing you need to have every day to be a person, right? All of that adds up. Every time you say to yourself, I need something to be, you're taking a piece of your personal power and chucking it out the window. Just bye-bye, I don't need you. Any single time you tell that brain it needs something more than itself, or more than like natural things like nature, like just a walk around the block, or let's go breathe some fresh air. And even that can become a dangerous slope. I don't think, personally, I want to become a person that's like, because I've noticed this in my journey from addiction to this self-growth, that, yeah, this can become very addicting as well, because you see the outcome and your personal progress, and you start to get tight, because you're like, okay, I've mastered something here. I now need to do this tool every day to be okay. And I went down that road too, and my life it started to kind of fall apart again. Why? Because even a healthy tool, when you teach your body and your brain that you have to have it to be okay, personal power gone again. We need to be able to be flexible and adaptable with our lives, because like that's where it's more fun. It's way more fun that way. Like, I don't want to be thinking like that. Like the only thing right now, I guess, that would breakfast. Like, I have to eat breakfast every day, and I eat pretty much the same breakfast. So you will never get me to skip breakfast. But like, if I can't, and I will always be stretching. But if I can't do that Zumba led class on YouTube today, ran out of time, or just don't have the time, that's fine. Go for a walk then. Or, what you know what I mean? Like, supplement that for something else. Be adaptable, because you don't want to tell yourself, I cannot be a successful human being unless. You don't want that. You just want, I am a successful human being. I am that. Another thing when I get lethargic like I am today, I want a cigarette. And I also want like a beer or something, because that's the brain getting into the low vibrational frequencies. And what did I use as tools in the past? Drinking and smoking cigarettes. So obviously that's not correct. But my brain sees that as a very valid like tool to go to. So once again, you are not your brain. You are the observer of your brain. So when you see your brain showing you these things, but you know they're unhealthy, you know the tools don't work for you, but it's a message, it's signaling something. So I was like filling up my gas, and I smelled somebody else lighting their cigarette, and I was like, oh, what I would do for one of those right now. Just to be sitting here, filling my car with gas and smoking a cigarette. But that's how we cigarette smokers think. Like, I know, we'll get to that another. We don't need to. That's just weird. But yes, so, and that's what my brain will do. And before, I would feed it what it's telling me, because I thought that I am my brain. You are the observer of your brain. So your brain is calling out for something. It needs something, but it doesn't know. So it's connecting you to the old thing that you did the most. And that should just be an alert system for you that we need a cup of tea. For me, a minty cup of chamomile. I don't care how tired you are. Chamomile is not going to like make you go to sleep. It's relaxing. And what I need personally when I'm lethargic is relaxing. Because when I'm lethargic, I get anxious because I try to be the person I was yesterday when I wasn't lethargic. This is something I'm working on personally. So it's every day is a new day. Accept the person you are today. It's like totally fine. Like, I'm just grateful today I have the opportunity that I can wrap up early. And then, I'm not going to sit in my jeans too long either. Like, I'm telling you, like 3:30, like we're going to be in a comfy clothes, little like thermal tank top out on my deck. Because you need to shift the whole perspective from the accomplishing mode, the reward chemical mode, which is me in these jeans and this t-shirt. And then when I'm trying to tell my brain, you did a good job, buddy, like you can rest for the night, I'm going to change the entire outfit to allow my brain to settle and agree and like trust that that's what we're doing. If I keep my jeans on, I'm still in a perpetual state of where are we going? What do we need to do? Like, I'm ready to leave. I don't want my brain to believe that. So we have to do a whole shift. You are a different entity from your brain. So you need to manipulate or work or mold your brain to work with you and your goals and your success and the things that you want to accomplish. And it's possible. That's what's great. It's possible. Like, I used to believe, because when I was really down and suffering from the depression disorder and my PTSD, I was so tired all the time. Not just like tired like I feel today. I mean like asleep. Like I could not wake up. And that's when I decided to start doing amphetamines. Right. Because like I need to live. Like I literally was like sleeping for weeks on end, only crawling to the bathroom to go to the bathroom. Like, and then that's it. Maybe like, because I didn't really have food at this time, so it really wasn't that much of an option. But if I did, I'd like crawl into the kitchen and be like a little rat and like grab like old piece of pizza and like go back to my bed. So when I recognized that I was stuck in that mode, ex-drug addict, alcoholic Lex was like, well, we know how to fix this. Like, we do drugs. Like, we're just going to get our hands on some drugs and get you activated. And it was like, okay, right, because that's what I knew. So we did that. But then upon doing that, I started to challenge my brain to do what I'm telling you now and utilize the natural reward chemical system so that the tool, which wasn't healthy at all, and I'm not recommending it, so please don't take this as like advice to go do that, but like this is the advice, is that the tool is unhealthy and you're codependent with the tool at the time. But you can, while utilizing the outdated tool, you start implementing the new tool, the new way, the new program, and then you start to slowly pull away from the old to the old programming and the old tool, and now you're reliant on the new one. So I think I'm telling you that because I want you to know that it's not easy, and I am agreeing it's difficult, and a lot of us are struggling with our external attachments and addictions. So I'm trying to let you know there's like a realistic approach where you don't cold turkey, you just start the transition. You start implementing the new tools while still utilizing the old tool. And then eventually you'll start to be like, I don't want the old tool because the old tool comes with a shit ton of baggage and these new tools don't because they're not external codependent attachments. And so they don't come with baggage. Anything external outside yourself that you convince yourself you need comes with baggage. It comes with personal power depletion, and it also comes with side effects and other shit, like anything. And I think it blows my mind that alcohol, cigarettes, and caffeine shots, like the 5-hour energies, like those are all drugs, and they are completely normalized and utilized every day by people in our society. Alcohol is the only drug that you will and can die from with withdrawal. I know this from personal experience. I've withdrawn off of a lot of stuff. And I was like, whatever. After day 5, like, yeah, you still feel like shit, but like a lot better than you did those first 5 days. With alcohol, your organs and stuff will start to shut down because if you're drinking every day, your body starts to assimilate that. Just like the weed, if you're smoking all day long, it starts to assimilate it into your body as a need. As a need to operate. Not just for you and your life, like to operate and like what you convince yourself that you need to operate. No, your organs become reliant on the incoming alcohol. So when I've detoxed multiple times off of alcohol, and I had seizures, a lot of seizures, and because that's another thing. When I decided I was done with a drug, after that 5 days and then the 2 weeks after that, I never wanted that drug again because like we're good, we're done with it, it's out. I'm so happy. Alcohol, I went back and forth in and out of the hospital withdrawing from alcohol and trying to get rid of it so many times, it's insane. And that's legal. That's legal. It's low. So let's also think about what we're being taught by our society, by the structure that we seem to worship. That structure is telling you it's okay to give up on yourself. It's okay to not find your tools. Just get addicted because then you're weak, you're vulnerable, and your personal power is now roped up into cigarettes, coffee, and liquor. And now you're easier to manipulate. Also, you're more distracted because when you start to see that bottle go low, oh, I gotta make sure I get that. That cigarettes go low. Oh, that coffee, I gotta, see what I'm saying? That feeling of urgency is manufactured. We don't want all that. The only urgency we need as the animalistic human beings we are is like, am I in prevalent life or death danger right now or not? That's all we need urgency for. But we create these little fires all over, and now we need more fire to be fiery enough to maintain the fires, creating more fires. The perpetual cycle keeping you stuck and stagnant, which is exactly what, I don't know who they are, but that's exactly what they want. Because when you become powerful and empowered and confident, it's a game changer. Your entire life trajectory just changes. So yeah, I personally, having been a severe addict and alcoholic, I'm also seeing, because once I got rid of those things, I was all like, yeah, like we're good, right? That's all we needed to worry about. No. There was even I had a codependent relationship with a certain essential oil. And you want to say, oh, yeah, that's great. Like, oh, it's healing tool. It works with your limbic system. You don't want to be codependent with a freaking inanimate object. I don't care how healing and helpful it can be. If you can't leave the house, I gotta find my roller. Where's my roller bottle? You've already messed up. Like as much as it's a helpful tool, I cannot break down if I can't find my Phillips head screwdriver. I need to be able to adapt and utilize this paperclip. Do you see what I'm saying? We can't get obsessed over anything. Obsession is not the vibe. It's just not. So I believe from quitting and gaining all that empowerment back just from getting rid of the drugs and alcohol, it set me in motion to being more observant and intentional with everything I use, because I'm now seeing that addiction has nothing to do with the substance. I mean, yeah, it does. There's side effects that also get you to be addicted, but it's majorly right here. That's why you keep going back to it. And then the more you keep accepting the caffeine, then you'll start to get the withdrawal headaches. And now your body can't literally be okay without coffee. It's not, what's it called? It's not innocent anymore. It's not, we're in a new day and age now. And we are all in agreement that we have to change the world. Okay? We are. And that starts with taking a good hard look at yourself. How can you be helping change the world if in the middle of changing the world or helping or doing whatever, you're like, I need to stop right now because I have to go get a cup of coffee? It's not going to do it. It's just not going to be the thing. I don't know what that goal is. Like, I don't know what that thing is that I'm visualizing in my mind's eye right now. It's just like me needing my hands for stuff, right? I'm just like visualizing that. And who knows what our future is going to bring. But what if something like COVID happens again, right? And we're stripped of these amenities again. Are we going to fall victim again? We can't, like, I personally have always been struggling like it was COVID. So when COVID happened, I was just like, it gave me like a breath of fresh air, because like, wow, everyone else is on the same page. They'll stop freaking expecting so much from me all the time. And then everybody like leveled the playing field, and now we're all on the mental health journey. I'm like, right, yeah, it's been tough in here, So I feel worried for my peers. I am, because we immediately forgot about the challenges we went through during that time of stillness, and how many people were seeking help when they didn't know they needed help before, because of being stripped of your external attachments and the things that you considered to be you. Your attachments are not you, and you're tricking yourself into believing that by doing all of those little attachments, that is you. That's not you. You are who you are without anything. I want you stripped naked and out in a field. That's you. That's you. Not you on caffeine, not you on cigarettes, not you on alcohol, not you codependent, not you attached. You are tetherless. You are the observer of your mind. You are this powerful light energy. And we're disconnecting ourselves from that divinity, that power. And we're telling ourselves we're weak. I need a bean. I need a bean. That's weakness. That's vulnerability. And if you're thinking about what we talked about yesterday or the day before, about spiritual warfare, when you're vulnerable and weak, you know how easy it is for the parasitic / devil voices, the low-lying frequencies, to obtain you are? It's way easier. It's way easier when you're vulnerable and you are seeking external needs. Trust me, like, I get stuck in the consumerism thing. I've got like 1,000 things in my Amazon cart right now. Will I ever buy them? No. I just keep doing it because like I feel like I want these things. But then when I go to actually buy it, I'm like, I don't need this shit. I just don't. I don't need that. And what I really need is shelter and food and water. And yeah, with prices going up, those are my priorities, man. I don't give a shit. Like, as long as I'm fed and my bills are paid and my rent is paid, whatever. We can outlive this apocalypse. Like, it's all good. And I want us all to be with that level of detachment because it's so freeing. And it's like, it's because of these attachments that my brain made previously that I feel like also it contributed to my anxiety disorder. Like, I'm already struggling to remain calm. We don't need this. It's just not the vibe. If anybody would like want to do more training like this, I definitely have more tips and tricks on how to do it. But also feel free to hit me up and be a client. Because it's way easier that way to see your progress, like you personally, because the consistency of working that one-on-one, you'll see you have an advocation part, or not advocation, what's it called? Not liability, accountability. You have accountability partner. So every time we check back in, I'm going to be like, so have we been doing blah, 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 you know? And then whatever attachment you have, what we do is we'd add the new ones while you still have the old one. And then the next time I saw you, what we do is take a little bit away from the old one and add to the new one. Then the next time I see you, we take another thing away from the old tools and add to the new tool. And then eventually you've got none of the old tools and we just nail in these new tools and fine tune whatever challenges come up within that new realm. So yeah, it's super helpful. And you get results faster and you get to feel that empowerment quicker and step into that power and start then creating your reality, and it's all good things. All right. Tired Girl is going to go finish making her stuffs. We got lymphatic clearing oil to make and body scrubs and things and lunch to eat. We are not skipping our protein. We're going to have a chicken breast, rice, and beans. All right. Have a great day, guys. It's okay to be lethargic. I might go back for that horse magazine, actually, before lunch. I might want to read that while I'm eating lunch. See, that's another thing that embodying and accepting the emotional state that you're in opens the door for things. Like I was reading that magazine in line because I'm like slow. Like I'm feeling slow. Like I would have never picked up that magazine if I was in go mode, right? So I'm in just be mode. I'm like lethargic, so I'm just kind of chilling. And I'm like, that magazine is like everything right now. And like right when I opened it, it was just these epic pictures of these horses. And now I like want to go back for that magazine. So there's beauty within just being. There's beauty within lethargy. There is. It's not, stop labeling things as bad or good. Like everything's just good. Just accept you today and see what happens. But pump out, get your tools going so that you feel good, you feel motivated. Okay. Have a great day, guys. I'm going to go get that magazine.